strictly, this is just for like a discussion, like a curiosity. I am using tarot cards to delve into the psyche of this, but I'm not like I'm not saying that this is in replace of studies or anything like that, if there's even a study done on this. But I really want to know, before I start shuffling the cards and start, doing the reading, I really want to know, like, so black women have some of the highest domestic violent rates in their relationships, and they're the most dangerous when their spouse or boyfriends or whatever. That's the most dangerous place for a black woman. So now fast forward to presently, more black women or are getting murdered. And here's the thing, like, because the news can be a bit biased. They never, like, when it comes to the dead person, they always want to paint the person that died as a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to start doing relationship readings on my celebrity channel. I'm about to start doing relationship readings on these women that have died at the hands of either a side bitch, or a side bitch done killed her, or a wife done killed the side bitch, or her boyfriend done killed her, or her husband done killed her. Or, like, I'm about to start doing foundation relationship readings on these murder cases, because, like, the news is biased. Like, they're gonna paint the person that got attacked, or like, as the victim, and they're gonna like hype them up as if they were perfect, as if they were this, as if they were that. I want to know what's the truth. What's up, Dr. Dandruff? I want to know, like, is black women really saints, like the news media be painting them when they are victims of abuse? Or they, like, I just want to know the truth. I'm not here to use this video to bash black women, or none of that. And the reason why I say this is because, like, I was in court, and my sister uh basically got me a criminal record for domestic abuse. But it was an unfair, I was railroaded, because my sister constantly starts arguments with me. I could be chilling and at peace, not bothering nobody. Hell, I was even sitting in my car more than I was in the house, and this bitch would start arguments with me, violent arguments with me. I could de-escalate the argument, and she will continue to go. Same way with my mother. Like, and then she's always, you can't get a word in. She's always yelling. She's always angry. She's always, there's been plenty of times where she's aggressively just got in my face. Like, and somehow she thinks she's the fucking victim. So I want to know how many black women are like my sister, because my sister is always in fights. In my and she was in fights with her baby daddy. Her baby daddy had beat her ass one time. But when you, like, really get to know my sister, like, you gonna want to beat her ass too. Like, she's terrible. She is a terrible human being, but she swear she's a fucking saint. Like, at some point, if every situation that you're in, just like today, I'm sitting up here waiting for 8 o'clock to take my son in, because people don't, like, look at the whole picture. They just look at the person that violently lunged at somebody. But what is the whole story? They just look at the person that got their ass beat. What is the whole entire? You need to consider People that provoke others. That should count for something. A motherfucking human being can only take so fucking much. Everybody has the potential to murder somebody. So the fact that people be out here mistreating people like a motherfucker can't take your life, you are bold. I was telling my mother this the other day, like, because my mother was talking about this girl who killed this other girl because she was talking shit on Facebook. And that's another thing. Like, black women be running they fucking mouths. Like, talking shit, running they mouths. Like, bullies. And expect motherfuckers to just take it. Like, girl. And then want to play the victim like they perfect when a motherfucker start beating on their ass. Like, that shit crazy to me. Like, the number one thing that I noticed with black women is that they need to be mindful. You ain't the only one that's going through shit. It's like a lot of black women come across very self-absorbed. And then when they help you, they feel like that's a right to bully you, beat up on you, be hypercritical. Bitch, if you don't want to help me, you don't got to. Ain't nobody force your motherfucking hand. Like, they're very self-righteous. Like, this is just what I've noticed. I'm not saying this is all black women, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of black women that I've noticed that end up in these domestic abuse situations. Because me, I've never been in a domestic, I've been in an abusive relationship, but I've never been in a domestic abusive relationship. I've never been in multitudes of fights. I've never pulled up at school fighting other mothers, fighting, because black women do shit like this. I've never been in countless of fucking physical fights ever. I am like, I literally, if there is an argument or a fight, 9.9 times out of 10, the other bitch started it or the other nigga started. They started it with me. Because I show everybody basic respect. Basic. Like, you can literally go online right now. You can go online right now. Look up any of these discussion forums. Any discussion forums with a bunch of black people, right? Black people can't even have civil discussions. The moment they feel like they cannot like beat you in an intellectual discussion, they will start attacking your looks. They will start attacking you. Look how they fucking treat black people that live alternate lives, like black women if they want to get plastic surgery. Look how they treat them. Look how they talk about them. Look how they smear campaign them. Rude. Abusive culture. Black American, especially black American culture, is an abusive culture. Full of bullies. No, I don't hate nobody. I'm just saying that this situation, like, with the news, I don't like how the news never tells the full story. Because just like with my case, all they seen is that I fought my sister or I threw the first punch. They're not looking at the entire picture of her constantly antagonizing me, constantly provoking me, constantly trying to start shit with me, constantly asking for a fight. She may have not thrown the first punch, but she's constantly waging war, and I ain't doing shit but minding my motherfucking business. People can only take so much shit talking, bullying. Like, people can only take so much of that before they snap. So I did a reading on this girl. On this girl, on this girl that, what's her name? I did a reading on this girl. I can't take it. What am I taking accountability for? For existing? Look, I'm not going to take accountability for existing. If you try to de-escalate fights and you constantly ignore her lunges, like most of the time when she comes for me, I de-escalate or I ignore. Take accountability for what? I'm not going to take accountability for someone taking upon themselves to attack me unprovoked at that. I've never slept with her man. I've never done anything bad to her. I've never. She has always hated me. Always hated me. She's always been a jealous bitch. I'm not about to take accountability for a toxic motherfucker's behaviors. Okay, yes, I fought her because I'm human. A person can only take so much. Have you ever been bullied? Everybody that says that has never been attacked, has never been attacked unprovoking. I got assaulted at a fucking family reunion after I bought my cousins something from the stand. They goddamn assaulted me. They pulled my wig off. Have you ever been attacked unprovoked? Like everybody that keeps saying take accountability, have you ever been attacked unprovoked? I had this one girl who bullied me from junior high all through my junior high years, all through my high school years. And I eventually snapped. A human being can only take so much. And if I am not inviting you in a fight, you are always coming for me. A human being can only take so much. I do not like this culture where people are constantly protecting these fucking narcissistic ass bullies. And when the actual victim finally snaps, you then want to go on this, oh, take accountability. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so why is verbal abuse not considered a problem? Why is bullying somebody not considered a problem? It's only when a motherfucker gets their hand. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. If you decide to take it upon yourself to abuse another human being, that is the risk you take. This girl, like I back to what my mother, when I was talking to my mother on this, okay? Like my mother was saying, this is why you don't be mean to people, even though my mother bullies me through hypercriticism, and other things. But my mother was talking about how that's why you don't bully others or cause drama with others, because you don't know their mental state. And I said yes. And that's why I am always, most of the time, not all the time now, but most of the time, that is why I practice human decency. Human decency. Don't be cussing nobody out. Don't be malicious to people. Don't be. Now, if we get in a heated debate, that's different. But I'm not going out of my way to be mean to other human beings for that reason. Because everybody, you never know, one, their mental state, and everybody has the capability to murder or fight somebody. So I always practice common decency with other human beings, whether I like them or not. Common decency with other human beings is a baseline. Manners, etiquette, it's a baseline for me because you are playing with fire when you go out of your way to be malicious, rude, disrespectful. Like you're playing with fire. And that's the reality of it. So it don't matter though. The person can take you off the face. I've seen people that die. I've seen people who got shot and murdered, like from one simple altercation. One simple misunderstanding where all it took for you is to not be rude or disrespectful or show some type of consideration, some type of manner, some type of etiquette. I am big on fucking etiquette, on respect. Treat others how you want to be treated. I am big on that shit. I'm big on it. So because of that fact, and I've always known this, it's crazy, and I've always known this. My mother did not raise me to know this. I just always known that everybody has a breaking point and everybody is capable of murder. And because of that, I pride myself on basic manners, having basic manners, speaking to people with kindness and not malice and not rudeness and not that is like the baseline for me. Now, like I said, in heated discussions, that's a different story. In heated debates and heated discussions, that's a different story. But people gotta realize humans have fucking feelings. You don't know their backstories. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're currently going through. It takes nothing to be kind. It takes nothing. Takes nothing. So somebody says that um exactly, Yanita. That's what I'm saying, but nobody ever wants to constitute mental abuse. Like it just don't count for shit. Oh yeah, they mental abused you all those years. I have literally health issues. My body from all the trauma, from mental abuse. I have health issues. I have to go into the hospital, and I didn't even used to have to do this shit. I have to go into the hospital from people constantly mentally and emotionally abusing me. They ain't never put a hand on me, but people do not count psychological abuse as legitimate abuse. Like if I give you a boundary and you break that boundary over and you're that's abusive. That to be inconsiderate of another is abuse, is a form of fucking abuse. So, um, as I say, that's the risk that you take. That's back what I'm saying. That is the risk that you take. I'm not saying that this white boy that killed this black girl is perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anybody in this situation is perfect, but I just want to delve into why the fuck does this keep happening? Because this is the first reading I did, like when it comes to murder, like a black woman being murdered by her partner. This is the first, this white boy and this black Tanzanian girl, Ashley Robinson and John McCain. This is the very first relationship tarot reading I had done on on a case where a black woman has been slaughtered or beaten. And I was not happy. Now the reading, it fucked up because of the internet connection. But I was disappointed because the reading did not paint her in a very good light. It did not paint her as a good human being. It did not paint her as a decent human being. It did not. It did not paint her in a good light. And it's crazy because I wish I was there, because when I was on um I think that Dr. D, you must be one of those bullies, one of those passive aggressive. You're an abuser, but you may feel like you're not an abuser because you don't put your hands on people. But when I read those cards on, I was tripping, and it's crazy because I wish that live would have went through. That was my first like mediumship reading. I think it's my first mediumship reading over live. It was creepy. Like I had a cell phone sitting on the on the air conditioning, and the cell phone is not on the edge. The cord, no, nobody's bumping on the walls or nothing. My cell phone was violently, boom, on the floor. Nobody here but me. That shit was creepy. And then when I'm doing a reading, I asked her, why did she die? Or how, no, not why did she die, but how did she die? I couldn't really decipher it. It was like a mental fog. And I had did some channels, like I had channeled the angel number 666. I had channeled angel number 7411. Um, the signs that were involved: Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, sixth house, eighth house energy, third house energy. Like was a channel before I did the cards, before I pulled out any cards. And my son, the school called because my son was like angry because he ain't get a lot of sleep. And he um fought this boy. No, I'm not saying on it. He fought this boy. He was like, come on, let's fight. He started the fight. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is that a download? Because the school never calls me. The school never fucking calls me. First of all, like I said, I have a toxic, abusive family, and I had to learn to be unapologetic because a lot of people project onto me. I get criticized and torn apart every step of all my life. So unapologetic and always knows it all. Definitely not me. I literally got into this spiritual journey shit because I question everything. I've questioned every how I was raised, why people are the way they are. I question my own thoughts. I question my own beliefs. I question. So what you're seeing is my evolution from being torn apart. Just like right now, My biggest challenge right now, I have to remind myself I'm human, I'm not perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. I'm human, I'm not perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. This is my current challenge because I've been nitpicked and picked apart so much. And it's crazy because too, I've been dimming my light a lot because my light irritates a lot of people's demons. And I am at a cross point right now where no more. You will not silence me. I will not allow you to tear me down. No more. No more. I'm done being nice. I'm done. I'm done being of service to folks just to get shitted on. I'm done. I'm done I'm done giving grace. I'm done. I tell it, I don't spare nobody. I'm done doing that. I don't spare nobody. So what you're saying is actually incorrect, sir. I don't act like a child. I'm actually very mature. I'm considerate of others. I'm accommodating. And it's crazy because, like, one of the things that made me stop being that is humans. Because I'm like, damn. So I'm inconveniencing myself to accommodate you to make sure that you're comfortable. But nobody is ever doing that for me. So why am I doing it? I am considering your feelings. I am considerate of what you're going through and all of your backdrop story. But ain't nobody ever that to me. I said, And this is when I realized, damn, human beings are egregiously selfish. And I feel like I'm not selfish enough. Because I'm always going the extra distance for motherfuckers. Always. And that guy, when I did that reading, and I and when I did that reading, that guy, what's up, Cheryl? When I did that reading, oh, get the fuck out of here, Dr. D. Everybody, reciprocity is a thing. There's something, Dr. D, you're a narcissist or something. Reciprocity is a thing. Ain't nobody doing it. That's how people get drained. You keep doing shit and a person would never reciprocate that to you. If I'm considerate of your feelings and you're never considerate of mine, like reciprocity is etiquette, is civil, is moral, is right. Reciprocity shows good character. Ain't nobody just up and doing some shit for nothing. Ain't nobody pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring into somebody. And they ain't pouring back into you. You're gonna eventually get drained. Man, somebody block this nigga, please. Somebody, oof, get off of my shit. Why are you here? That's the one thing about YouTube that I hate. I wish that you could block people. That nigga message deleted and he got blocked off this live for 24 hours. But I really want him blocked for life. Cause like, bro. But yeah, I want to know what exactly did this girl I mean, what exactly the relationships when it comes to abuse, the black women that are constantly in abusive relationships. I am not victim blaming. I just want to see how could all of this be de-escalated and what changes need to be made as far as on black women's side and the abusive counterpart side. Because as I was saying, like the bad attitude, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, the nagginess, the hypercriticism, the aggression, like I'm not gonna like where there's smoke, there's fire. The common denominator in all of these murders and abusive situations are black women. Cause it's crazy to me, even when black women are now starting to date out more, and they're dealing with murder and abuse, even dating outside the race. Like, and I just don't see like these high levels of domestic abuse situations with other races of women. Like to the extent that I see it with black women. Even when black women cross over to another race, like it's the same thing. Black women are the only common denominator in all of these situations. Once again, I am not saying this to attack any. This is just a discussion. Okay, I'm not saying this to attack anybody, to victim blame or take the side of the abusers or none of that. But like physical abuse is only one form of fucking abuse. It is not the only form of abuse. And there are a lot of black women who mistreat their kids, abuse their children psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes physically. Okay. And being in a situation that I was in definitely helps you see shit a little bit different. When you're on the other end of something and you don't watch all these murder shows about the people that physically attacked someone, and knowing my story, I just want to know how often how often are these situations like mine, or are these dudes just terrorists? So we're gonna delve into um this because like I just feel like at the end of the day, if y'all not a match, y'all shouldn't be together. If y'all, because y'all shouldn't be together. If y'all bring out the worst in each other, y'all shouldn't be together. If somebody triggers you or makes you feel inferior in some type of way for whatever reason, stay from away from them. Like this is how I feel like that this will prevent domestic violence. It will prevent um fights, murders. It will prevent this shit. Like it takes nothing to be kind and considerate. It takes nothing. Nothing. If you feel like you jealous of somebody or envious of somebody or somebody makes you insecure, just like the last guy that I was with, I can see that turning into a domestic violence situation because he was so triggered by minuscule shit. Like he was so triggered by minuscule shit. Like if other guys like to talk to me, or other guys finding me attractive, or other guys, and it was so weird because, bruh, you have a bitch. We are just screw buddies. And you said that you didn't want to leave your bitch to be with me, so therefore, I am single. But yet he kept trying to push me into a monogamous relationship as if I wasn't single and he was my man. But you already got a bitch. But he would just throw violent tantrums. He would have violent. That's another thing. When you see that shit, ladies, run the other way. When you see a man is very easily provoked to anger, run the other way. I'm telling you, as a woman that has never been in a physically abusive relationship, run. Anger issues, unresolved anger issues, or a motherfucker that's triggered by you, ladies. You do not need to be in a relationship with a man that is triggered by you. That's a no-no. If that man is jealous of you, if that man is envious of you getting of your success, of your, even if it ain't a man, it could be a woman, it could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be a friend, it could be like, leave. Because I will say this, the D nigga that I blocked when he was like, take accountability, I did. Because I said I should have left. It don't matter that I was a single mother and didn't have no support system for real. I should have left. I should have stayed gone and never came back. But now I don't tolerate the shit. Now, if I peep any level of jealousy from a motherfucker, I leave. I leave. I avoid. I don't fuck with them. Okay? If I peep a person is triggered by me, I leave instantly. I don't instantly. I don't explain myself. I don't none of that no more. No, no. Because I don't want and I stay gone too. Like at the last shelter that I was at, it was some really aggressive ass women there. Mostly black women, maybe like one white girl there that was really aggressive. But it was mostly black women. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay. Um, it was some really aggressive black women there. Like they would talk nasty and malicious about other people, very like judgmental, very judgmental. They thought they was better, but I'm just thinking like, how y'all think y'all better, and we all in the homeless shelter. So how you feel like you better than the next motherfucker? And when they was talking, they was gossiping, maliciously gossiping. Gossiping is another form of abuse. I don't know if you know that. Malicious gossip is another form of abuse. Because you don't really know what people go through. And it's crazy because like they were just so invested in talking all this trash about these other women at this shelter. And I'm like, well, if you're I'm thinking to myself, if y'all are so bothered by that, why don't y'all help? Why don't y'all ask them what's wrong? Like, it'll cost you nothing. The same energy it took for you to run your mouth talking down on the next motherfucker, it takes the same amount of energy to help them. But I eventually stopped going to this room because they gossip too fucking much. A little bit of gossip, okay. But like every time, you bitches need to get a life. Cause who are you to cast judgment on any motherfucking body? You ain't perfect either. Cause why the fuck you here in this shelter? And then one of the gossiping Beckies that was in the shelter at this other shelter that I was in, like she me and her got into a really bad fight because I do have a trigger actually. My trigger is disrespect, rudeness. I do not like for a motherfucker to be rude or disrespectful towards me or condescending. I do not like that. Another trigger of mine is hypocrisy. I don't like a hypocrisy. You're bothered if I do something, but you're not bothered if anybody else does the same behavior. Hypocrisy or double standards. I don't like that shit. That's a trigger. That I don't like to be singled out or targeted. That is a trigger. Micromanagement is a trigger. Um, but yeah, all these girls do, they would get together, maliciously gossip about others, and fucking complain. And I'm just like, get over it. Like that shit eventually it gets on my nerves because it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. So yeah, I'm from Indiana. I'm about to start this tarot card. I'm gonna actually um put the timestamp 4151. So I'm gonna do this tarot card edition on this, but like that shit just pissed me off. Like they just pissed me off. But the girl, me and her got into an altercation because like I was sitting over, everybody had left the media room, and I was sitting over moving all my stuff to another to a chair. Nobody was there but me and my son. Everybody left. So I moved my self over to this chair in the corner where this charger was to charge my phone. And so as I'm moving to the chair, this bitch bum rushes through the door and basically pushes me out of the way from sitting in that chair, and then she sits there. Rude. And I still kept my calm. Then, after that, my phone is over there charging. So I plugs up my phone because, like, you're not about to push me around. Like, I'm done with allowing motherfuckers to push me around. That's dead. So I puts my charger in the plug thing. And this girl is like, oh my gosh, I wish, because I have a diabetic thing and my phone goes off. I have a Libre. My phone goes off when when the diabetic thing like is high or if it's too low. But it was too high, so it kept going off, you know. And she was like, oh, I wish this thing would shut the fuck up. And then she unplugs my phone. And keep in mind, you at this shelter, you don't have a plug-in. You don't have an outlet in your bedpost at this homeless shelter. So you have to go out in the public with everybody else just to go charge your phone. So imagine how pissed off I was because my phone was supposed to be charging and this bitch has unplugged it. That was it. That was it right there. So I told her she don't own this room. Nobody's name. The chairs belong to everybody. Your name, you don't belong. None of this shit is yours. Bitch, this is a homeless shelter, first of all. This is not your home. And second of all, my phone was charging in that outlet before you got here. You don't own this place, ma'am. I don't know who you think you are, but you don't own this place. It is rude and disrespectful to unplug my charger from an outlet when I was there first. Rude. And this girl, she was light skinned. The other chick was mixed race, who was being rude as well. So eventually, I just distanced myself from these girls. They got into 2 arguments with these bitches. Antagonizers. Rude, disrespectful, inconsiderate. One of them was light skinned. One of them was mixed race. Two altercations for them being rude, disrespectful, condescending. So yes, that is a trigger. To try to treat somebody like they're subhuman beneath you, that's a trigger for me. For me. But we about to get started on this tarot reading for black women and these abusive relationships. I'm gonna go get my energy clearing thing and reset this energy, and we're gonna get started. This is the tarot edition, tarot reading edition, entertainment purposes only, and for discussions. For discussion, open discussion. It is take what resonate, leave what don't. Okay, this is just for open discussion because I'm curious. Because black women is the common denominator in all of these domestic violent murder problems. Like, and I'm not saying that my sister or that mixed race girl and those that black chick and it was another chick, um the light skinned black chick. I'm not saying that they represent the overwhelming majority of black women. I'm not saying that. Those are just like examples. Okay. Everything that I was talking about prior to this discussion is an example of how uh provoking they're rage baiting. It's rage baiting and provoking and it's something else. Like, I don't know. I feel like to me, those are like narcissistic tendencies. Because if I see somebody is triggered by something or something bothers somebody, out of respect for them, I won't do that anymore. Out of respect for them, I won't do that anymore. If I see that it triggers or it bothers them, consider it. Consider it. If people have a boundary, I respect that boundary. Like it's not hard. It's not hard. Yeah, but there was a lot of black women in there that were. It was there was like, and it's crazy because like when I was like hanging around like the white girls, the group of white girls, like they was not judgmental. They was helpful with each other. They was giving each other resources. They was like, I'm telling y'all, a lot of black women don't want to admit, but something is wrong with them. Something is wrong with black women. A lot of black women do not want to admit that. I was sitting literally at a round table with a bunch of white girls, and the energy is totally different. And I've talked about this before that I feel like a lot of blacks are very narcissistic. Like it's so deeply embedded in the culture. So deeply embedded. And you don't really see it until you've been exposed to how other cultures interact with each other. But I was sitting at a round table and like, all these girls got their flaws, got their downfalls, got like traumatizing situations that they're dealing with. And this circle of white women were lifting each other up, building each other up, giving each other words of encouragement. They were not judging. They were not malicious in their intent. They were none of that. How can I help you? They were sharing information. They all that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You get what I'm saying? It was beautiful. But black women, oh, look at her. Her baby walking around with a shitty diaper. Look at her. These nasty bitches. These low self-esteem having bitches. Look, just talk, tear down, tear down, tear down, criticize, 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 criticize. Not one black girl in that motherfucking shelter ever thought to get up and help and speak life into a motherfucker. Not one black bitch in there. Not one. It was only me and it was another chick. It was me and there was another black girl in there. We were the only two that was doing that. The only two. And it's crazy because when I went to church, I noticed that like the preacher, the pastor was talking about people casting judgment or being judgmental or criticizing motherfuckers like they perfect. Like it was crazy how like I'm like, whoa, gossiping and shit like that. Well, you got to understand that some women, it's if you have to understand like people that deal with trauma. There's people that have like mental health disorders. There's people who could also have like mentally challenged, if you know what I mean. Can't say certain words. Like they have like a lot going on. And when you're in a crisis and you're constantly stressed and you're constantly, especially like there's this one chick, like the trauma, people with severe trauma, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So people with severe trauma, like they can have bipolar disorder, PTSD. You know what I'm saying? I have a cousin that like her mother, called her bitches and all her life, called her slut, called her whores. The black mom before she and she wasn't even having sex. Black mom. But let this black mom tell it. She was mother of the year. She loved her kids. She did the best for her kids. And she like, and I'm just like, you was calling your daughter bitches and whores and cussing her out and just being really mean. But yet when she's talking to me, and I want to know how many black women do that. But yeah, the baby walking around in a shitty diaper, when the brain has suffered like a lot of trauma, your energy is burned out and drained. And then you're in a housing crisis on top of that. Like it's a lot to deal with, and it's easy to judge a motherfucker when you ain't been through it. A lot of people judge people or condemn people, and they would never survive a day in they motherfucking shoes. You see, because even my cousin's mother had been through a lot of trauma from her parents. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like generational curse shit, like generational curse shit. But like, I just want to know. I just be wondering how many black women is like my auntie. Oh, I was the best mother. Da 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 da. Da. But let your kids tell it. You was abusive. Like, I just want to know. Now, I also recognize too that children can lie, but there's witnesses that's like, nah, she was like that towards her. You know what I'm saying? But children can also lie because children can be not the easiest to deal with at times. They can be hard headed, don't listen. They could cost you your job if they're really bad at school. They could, you know what I'm saying? And then you have those kids that are just really good. Like they non-problematic. And when you're a parent, you're trying to guide them, you're trying to tell them right, and they just refuse to listen. They paint you as the villain, they paint you as, not loving them, shit like that. Like they're ungrateful. Like I get that side too, but with my cousin, that was not the case. But yeah. So, and then a lot of black people for some reason don't believe in therapy. They do not believe in going to therapy. Like they do not. Like they'll go to church, but they refuse to go to a mental health specialist. Like, and that nothing against church, but like there's people that went to school, right? And I'm not saying every therapist or every psychiatrist is like fit for you. All right. Everybody specializes in something. Okay. So if like you have a toxic family, this is something that I've learned from going through and from being in therapy. If you have a toxic family or you deal with a lot of workplace bullying or where you deal with a lot of people who try to undermine you or people easily become jealous of you, you have to go to a therapist that specializes in that. Because most people can't help you with shit they've never been through. Most of like people are self-absorbed. So, but that pastor that was talking about that like people judging others and they never walked a mile in their shoe, don't know what, it's easy to say you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right. Why you ain't da da da, and you're not considering all the other shit that they're going through or all the other like shit that's compounded onto them, like that could be causing a neglect somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to judge when you're not in the situation. When you are in the situation, you start seeing that person in a different light. I'm telling you, when you're in the situation, you start seeing that person in a different light. You now feel bad about judging them because oh my gosh, this is what you had to deal with. It's so crazy. Cause when I used to tell my mother, um, when I used to tell my mother's, when I used to tell my mother that about workplace bullying and shit that I, have to go through. And it's crazy because yes, I could quit jobs, but I'm tired of quitting jobs because on the resume it looks like I don't want to work. It looks like I'm a job hopper, and I love to work. I like working. I think I have an addiction problem as it pertains to working. So much so that I have burnout. But like, um, and I like to help others, stuff like that. But like when I'm in need of help and can't get it, that shit, I'm just like, nah, maybe I need to stop doing that. Cause like when I need help and can't get it, that's crazy. But like, um, but like, yeah, you know, and my mother now she's starting to go through a lot of the shit that I've been going through my entire life. And I'm saying, yeah, how does it feel? How does it feel to be me? Like every hotel that we was at, like they treated her like shit. And my mother is a disabled woman. Okay. Um, her siblings, I mean not her siblings, but her other two children, like they hyper criticize her a lot. They're inconsiderate of her. They done stole from her. They done all type of shit. Like, how does it feel, mother? Like, when she was going through that shit, I'm like, yeah, this is my reality. People constantly stealing from me, workplace bullying, shit like that. Like, this is what I have to live day in and day out, that you are always insensitive to, or you always call me a liar. Like, yes, please. So that harshly judging people, and it's crazy because when you harshly judge people, you end up in the same situation, so that you can come from a place of understanding. So that you can come from a place of understanding. Like, I'm gonna give you another example. So I used to like make fun of skinny people a lot. Like, and when I made fun or made jokes, it wasn't like, it was just like playful banner. It wasn't no like, I want to tear you down, da da da. It was just playful banner. So I used to make fun of skinny people a lot. So when I became sick, I became a skinny motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And then like hearing people say shit like, "Oh, you don't need to lose no more weight," or "Oh, it's crazy," because when I was big, like people would be like, "Oh, you're not that big." Like I never really got like, I got like bullied for like not having a butt, but I never got like bullied for like being big other than online. Most people like my size. But when I lost weight, it was, you're too skinny. It was, you're way too skinny. Don't lose no more weight. And I still feel fat. So I'm just like, huh? But yeah, it's like I became the very thing that I was making fun of. Same way with my sister. My sister will make fun of my son, like, cause he has issues with like peeing in the bed a lot and pooping on himself sometimes, right? And he's potty trained, and he just kind of went backwards. I don't know why, but like she would make fun of him a lot, and then her daughter starts doing it. Her daughter poop, don't wipe, will poop and not wipe. Her daughter will pee in the bed, and this is all because she constantly made fun of my son's struggle. I do need a moderator. So I do. I do. Yanita. So like, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to get on this Terry. Gosh, I don't know why they got keep. But I do have some triggers. But like a lot of my triggers that I had prior, I got rid of. But I don't. If I'm triggered by something for real, like I don't take it out on other people. I may vent, but I'm not going to bully people. I'm not going to start, like, there's a healthy way to manage your triggers. There's a healthy way to communicate. There's a healthy way, like if I'm in a bad mood or in like just a really like angry mood, I don't socialize with people. I don't want you talking to me. I stay to myself because I don't want my negative energy to affect you, or I don't want to, cuss you out or none of that, or fight you or none of that just because I'm upset. Like, I don't do that shit. I only did that shit like 3 times my entire life. A lot of times, if I'm just in a stunt or depressed or angry or something like that, like, I stay away from the public. There's a healthy way of managing your anger. There's a healthy way of managing like all that shit. Okay. Any of your triggers that you may have, there's a healthy way of coping and of dealing with it and managing it. It's really about emotional regulation, learning how to regulate your emotions. That's really what it's about. Yeah, I put you as a moderator. Like that's really what it's about. But that's another discussion for another time. That's why I was trying to tell that D dude that he don't know what the fuck he's talking about because y'all, my therapist, me and my therapist was supposed to like reschedule after the holidays. She's never called me the fuck back. My both of the energies, which is why it's pissing me off that I even have to go through all this shit because it's like redundant. I already know this shit. I've been knowing this shit, so why do I have to review it? Find my financial coach. She was like, "Well, shit, you already got it all figured out." Like she literally said, "Fuck me." She don't need me, literally. So if my therapist saying the same shit, and my financial coach saying like this girl does not need me, dude don't know what he's talking about. Every action has a reaction. And you cannot control or try to monitor or micromanage. That's the thing that I hate about this European system. It's like you don't get to dictate how a motherfucker responds to your abuse. You do not get to dictate how a person, if you come for them or you are rude or you are, malicious or you're being a bully, because you don't have to put hands on a motherfucker to be a bully. You don't get to dictate how a motherfucker responds to that. Like you don't get to oh well, if I bully you and constantly start arguments with you, you can't hit me. Like what? Don't start no shit, won't be none. I got ADHD. I didn't even get to finish all the other examples that I was thinking of. I've got to I feel like I have ADHD. I really do. But that's beside the point. Let's get to the tarot reading. I done went off. I was supposed to be on it. I'm sorry, y'all. So this is what I'm gonna do because I got the cards in my hand. First thing I'm gonna do is the foundation. So I'm gonna do two different foundations. 90% of the abuse. This is strictly for abusive and murder cases or with black women, okay? Or attempted murder, okay? And then the other 10%, okay? So this is very specific. So this is about physical assault, physical assault. Okay, I got to write it down so I can keep up with my thoughts because they everywhere. Murder cases and attempted murder and abuse. So that is what this is about. So I am going to be calling, and this is a foundation reading, is going to be how do they view these black women that are in these cases, right? And what's the truth? And then how do black women view them? And then what's the truth? Okay. And then I'm also going to pull four cards for the relationship dynamic. And I'm going to be answering the question of what is the common mishap with, like, that is crazy. Like, you see somebody being a mean girl to somebody else, and you see somebody abuses somebody else, and because the person responded to the abuse with a violence, you completely ignore the fucking aggressor, because the aggressor is the person that is starting that is creating the hostile environment. And it is not always the person that it's not always the violent one or that is creating the hostile environment. It is not always the one that lunged at the person that's creating the hostile environment. If that makes sense. Like that dude was crazy. He is not welcome back on my motherfucking life. It's not up for discussion. The only thing that I did wrong was I should have left, never stayed. I should have never came back. Even though my car broke down and my son had an infection in his gum and his father refused to take him, and my brother and sister, the one he's defending so bad, well, I don't think my brother was there yet, but my sister was there. The one he's defending so much, like she didn't take him, and they right there in Indiana. So like I was forced to come back, and my car was breaking down. So I was forced to come back because I didn't want my son to get his teeth have to be pulled because of some type of gum disease because of an untreated infection. So I came to Chicago. I came from Chicago to Indiana, back to this abusive, toxic family, so that my son's teeth could get fixed. Then I got stuck here. And then when my brother came along, like more bad shit just kept happening. Like on top of already dealing with a toxic bitch, now I have to deal with a toxic ass dude, toxic brother, like and a toxic mother. So now I got to deal with three motherfuckers, and it's just me. And the number one reason I can't get out is because the homeless shelters are normally full now, and financial rut, and I'm a single mother. Entrapment. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So let's get started. Calling on the Arisha Oya. I'm gonna call on Oya because she packs no punches. She packs no punches. Let me cleanse the energy, and then we're gonna get started. King, get your clothes on, baby. King, King, get your clothes on because it's almost time for us to go. Don't you want your Roblox coins and your thing? And I feel like that's narcissistic for motherfuckers. Oh, you help others and donate. Everybody looks for reciprocation. What the fuck does that make sense? That's not fair to me. I'm helping you out in your dire situation, but when I'm in a dire situation, you're not gonna help me out. I'm pouring into you, but you ain't pouring into me. Like, who the fuck is signing up for a one-sided ass group or a one-sided ass connection? Whether like who is doing that? I literally seen a woman, a black woman. She goes above and beyond for her kids. So she got sick. Her kids wouldn't even come and visit her. Her kids didn't even want to come and pick her up. Her kids didn't want to do shit for her, and she does everything for them. I live in the real world. I don't know what world other motherfuckers live in, but reciprocation is definitely should be a need. That should be an expectation. It's to reciprocate the energy that you give. Like I'm telling y'all, I done seen so many women that they done gave everything to their kids, everything. And as soon as they got sick and couldn't do for themselves or had a stroke or this, y'all, people ain't shit. People, human beings are not shit. They kids don't even want to come and visit them, don't even want to come and fucking pick them up from the hospital or help them out or do shit for them in their disability when they're weak. And they done everything for them. So this idea of like, oh, you shouldn't be helping, giving, and expecting something in return. I'm not saying a motherfucker gotta give me money. I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying if I pour into you, pour back into me. But in the reality is people don't do that. People do not do that. Not even your own kids will do that. Put yourself first. Like, it's just really narcissistic for a motherfucker to think that. To me, I feel like it shows you have a poor character. I feel like it exposes poor character. All the shirts is over there. It's a red shirt right in your face, right there, of yours. Yeah. I feel like that shows your poor moral character. Okay. Your poor moral character. To feel if I scratch your back, you should scratch mine. That is the moral just thing to do. If you give me 10%, I give you 10%. If you give me 100%, I give you 100%. When a person gives gives you 100% and you only give them 10%, like, come on. Human beings are narcissistic. That's some narcissistic action. You're basically a user. I'm going to accept something from you that I wouldn't even do for you. That's using someone. That you're a user. And I ain't trying to be black and white about it, because it really depends on the stipulations. Because, like, there's certain shit that I would expect a man to do for me that I feel like I shouldn't do for him. But that's because, like, I'm birthing the kids. I'm going to be stuck doing most of the labor because men really don't like to do shit. So the least a nigga could do is foot the bill. That's the least he could do. My payment is coming in my fucking labor and time and giving you sex and giving you access to me and giving you children. That is my payment. Like, the least a nigga could do is foot the bill, because niggas barely be doing anything else. They're not good emotional support systems. They're not good at anything else other than slanging dick, and they're barely good at even giving you money. That's the least you could do is foot the bill. The least. So it depends on the reasoning, really. Okay. So let's get started. Sorry, you guys. Resetting the energy. Yeah, I'm gonna expect most people to take the side of the bully and the side of the abusers. I'm gonna expect that. I'm not gonna expect most people to agree with me or see my side of it. I'm not expecting that. But yeah. Yeah. Like, yes. But that's why I be telling people that, but people are sold on this idea of spoiling their children and giving them whatever they ask for and putting yourself last and forgetting about yourself. Like this one lady, she told me, "Oh, I make sure my kids eat before I do." Okay, but your kids can't fend for themselves. So why aren't you making sure you eat first? If you die or you come down with some terminal illness, your kids can't take care of themselves. So you have to take care of yourself first in order to take care of your kids properly. Same way with mental health. Some of the worst moms are women who do not go to therapy, do not go to counseling to heal their traumas. An unhealed mother is the worst mother. She definitely sending her kids through hell. I guaranteed. Now, people handle trauma differently. Not every traumatized person, like some people that are highly traumatized, are people pleasers or doormats. You get what I'm saying? That comes from really bad trauma. They were groomed that way. Okay. And then other people handle trauma, violence, anger, tear downs, abuse. Other people handle trauma what is the most popular known way. You know what I'm saying? Neglect. So people handle traumas in different ways. Just like people who are really traumatized, like some people handle traumatizing through hyper independence. Them are traumatized people. Them are unhealed people. That's why they answer to their traumas is hyper independence. That is a trauma response. So trauma responses don't all look the same. It's very varied how people respond to their trauma, like what their answer is to their trauma. Other people continue on with the trauma and dating the same abusive ass type of connections that they seen in their family life. They continue on with it, responding to things the same way their mothers and fathers did. That's why you got to be careful when you deal with men who've come from really abusive homes where the father would beat on him and shit, or an alcoholic or a junkie, or wasn't there. You got to be careful with men like that because they'll follow in their father's footsteps. That's all that they know. That's how they learned how to regulate life. You got to be careful with that. But yeah, children abandon their parents all the time. Put yourself first. And it is not a popular opinion. I'm going to be expected to be attacked. I'm going to expect to be attacked. But like I said, I don't look at life through filters. I see it for what it is. I'm taking mental notes every single time. Every single time. But let's get started. So for 90% of these relationships, calling on the Arisha Oya, that where these black women are in domestic violence situations, murder cases, attempted murder, physical assault. Um, what is the foundation of these connections? And this is including an interracial, not just black on black, interracial as well, lesbian as well, woman on woman as well. Because I don't know if y'all seen that women, lesbians have some of the highest domestic violence situations. Women might be the problem. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Like that shit was crazy when I found that out. Let's get into the tarot reading portion. What is the foundation? So we got the Two of Pentacles. I'm just gonna pull all the cards and then talk. And we got the Three of Wands for 90% of these connections. All right, and let's see. King of Swords. Wow, so it's different from that girl. 10 of Pentacles as the truth. What's the advice for the connection? All right, what's that? 8407. It's the 8 of Pentacles. Y'all, the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Y'all. This is 90% with the Emperor. This is 90% of black women's abusive murder cases. So 90%. Wow. Wow. This is why I pull tarot cards. because this is totally different from my initial thought. Like totally different from my initial thought. So, wow. Wow. So, Two of Pentacles and a Three of Wands energy. So, I haven't gotten into the four cards yet. Right now, I'm just on the foundation. But with this Two of Pentacles and Three of Wands energy, um, the men are viewing black women as women who have work-life balance. They're able to juggle. They're able to multitask. The truth is the Three of Wands. So they're expanding. They're growing. Like the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Wands together kind of gives me the energy of, like, let's say a woman that, you know, goes and get her college degrees, and like she goes and she starts up a hair business, a hair care line or something like that. um because the Three of Wands is somebody that also likes to travel. It's the Three of Wands gives me like this entrepreneur type of thing. Like, you know, um, or let's say she gets her degree in registered nursing or something like that, and she's a traveling nurse or a traveling makeup artist or a freelancer. Like, it's given like the black women are being viewed as someone with a lot of potential who's going to get far, that is like trying to create their abundance. Like they're trying to juggle, they're trying, like, you get what I'm saying, like they're ambitious, they're all about growth and expanding or expansion. So a lot of these women could have like very, like they are very, the world is my oyster. Like they're very big minded. Like they're not small minded. Like they have a lot that they want to do in life and they go for it with the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So this is a totally different energy from that Ashley girl, that Ashley Robinson and John McCain. Totally different energy. Um, but the women are viewing these guys in a King of Swords light. So they're viewing them as someone that's a leader, someone that's of sound mind, someone that is very intellectual, very smart, almost like a father figure type. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, when I pulled the King of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, it definitely gave the energy of the women that's like always looking to their man to lead them. Always you give to make their business decisions, to make their, oh, dress like this, look like this, talk like this, blah 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 blah. Like that's what it gave me. With the King of Swords and Ten of Pentacles together, it gave me like father figure vibes. Like he's the head of the household, like he's the leader, and I'ma listen to my man. He ain't gonna steer me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say she's doing all, let's say she's carrying most of the load, right? With the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So she's carrying most of the load. She's a mom. She's a 9-to-5 worker. She's an entrepreneur. She's a student. Like, that's the energy, what I'm seeing with the Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands. So, and she's also trying to keep her body together, trying to keep, like, I don't know what word you would use for that, but that's the energy. And like, but she's taking orders from this King of Swords. Okay, it's kind of like she makes more money than this dude. Like she's more abundant than this dude. She's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she's got more talents, more skills, more range, more diversity than this dude. She's a socialite, and she just make everything just appear like it's done with ease. But this King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, is definitely giving, like, let's say a woman has a bank account, and let's say this king and let's say the woman is making way more money than a guy, and she allows this man to manage her money. She allows this man to control her finances or give her allowance with her own money. Like, that's the energy. The King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, that's the energy that's coming up off of it. Okay. Um, So the advice, it says Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. So it's just I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though like this King of this it's some icky energy on King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, for how these women are viewing these guys versus what's the truth. And then when you put the advice in there, Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, it's like the dude is her slave master or her overseer, or you get what I'm saying? Like, he is controlling her with her money. Like, like, this is crazy. And the King of Swords is definitely giving off this energy, this vibration of being very controlling. Where you going? You can't wear that. And it's crazy because people be like bragging about that on social media, and I always think like that man's dangerous. Every time I be seeing that on social media where a dude is like trying to he's hiding your shoes because he don't want you to go out and live your life and shit like that. Like, or he's insecure, he don't want you to go to the club and you might find somebody. I always think that man is an abuser. I swear, when people be bragging about they dudes doing that, like, oh, he hid my wig, he hid my makeup so I couldn't go out. Like, I be thinking like, bitch, you better get out that relationship very soon. And the Emperor is at the back of the deck. So like, it's definitely giving like he gives unsolicited advice, or he thinks he's a goddamn slave master. He thinks it's definitely giving pimp and hoe vibes. It's definitely giving pimp and hoe vibes. I'm not gonna lie. He's the pimp, she's the hoe. So he's taking her. Y'all know the hoes go out there and make all that money and build all that wealth, and the pimp takes all of the money. And then he may buy her something nice, but most of the money goes on him, even though he ain't worked for it. That's the energy. Or those guys that like they literally only get with the women because they have some type of social media. The dudes are like clout chasers and shit. This is 90% of the domestic. Yeah. But it's like he's bossy. He's bossing her around and shit like that. We ain't gotta leave till like 7:30. Well, 7:20 we gonna leave. I'm gonna get off a live then. Just make sure you have all your stuff ready. So the advice is Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Ten of Wands. It's definitely given their boyfriends. They think their boyfriends. This is crazy. They think their husbands or their boyfriends is their savior, is their knight in shining armor, is their leader, is their pastor, is their I'm gonna do whatever you say, daddy. But it's very pimp and hoe. But it's very he's your pimp and you a hoe. It's very much that. It's very much she's getting pimped. Um, the Ten of Pentacles is the truth here. So Ten of Pentacles is about traditionalism, uh, a wealthy family. Um, it's very structured. Like Ten of Pentacles can also, to me personally, be like a cult-like type of thing, because it's kind of like this is the tradition, and we don't go outside of that. Like, it's just given very cult-like. Um, What happens in the family stays in the family type shit. Like, it's just giving cult like. 10 of Pentacles give me cult like. This is the family tradition. This is what you got to stick by. If you break from it, there's consequences. Like, controlling. Almost like 10 of Pentacles gives me like the Kardashian family vibes. But it also can represent like it also 10 of Pentacles can also represent or giving like the Beyonce Knowles family vibes, or like stuff like that. 10 of Pentacles, like a united front type of energy. Legacy building. So it's just kind of like you own a channel and somebody is telling you how to run your channel like it's theirs. That's the energy. But the advice is the 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So this is about heavy labor. 10 of Wands is like heavy labor, burdensome, heavy burdens, carrying it all. 8 of Pentacles is like a perfectionist or a hard worker, or they're perfecting their craft. And the 5 of Cups here, which is a very weird energy, is sadness and depression. It's like they're being controlled, they're being abused, they can't really be their self. It's like the dude is telling them how to talk, how like it's like very micromanaging energy. Very micromanaging energy. Who this remind me of my job. This remind me of my job. Hell no. Where it's like they take an issue if you go take a restroom break, like, damn, I gotta go pee. Like, what the fuck? Or if you get dehydrated and you need something, why are you from work? Like, damn. Like running amok, running them into the ground. It's just kind of like you're just a number, like you're just a ATM, like you. And it's crazy because this is how they try to treat. Wow, this is totally different from that Ashley murder case. But the advice is, it's kind of like somebody is always telling you need to do this, do that, do this, do this, do that. The man is telling her you need to do this, do this, do this, do this, and he's doing very little. He's just running his lip like a fucking micromanaging boss. Bossy. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's giving the relationship of a pimp and a hoe. I'm telling y'all. But she feels like he's not going to steer her wrong. He knows what's best. Y'all, what's coming through the channel is this girl that, like, she made all the money. She worked 2 jobs to provide for her and her man and her kids, and he wasn't doing shit. And the man controlled all of her money, all of her bank accounts, and he was giving her. Wow, this is totally different from what I thought. That's why I be trying to tell y'all when I do tarot readings, this is not my original thoughts. This is what spirit sends me. If y'all watch the clips back, what I thought it was versus what it actually is 2 different things. When this video is over, play back the clip from the very beginning. Wow. So these women are they're being exploited. These women are being exploited. Okay? They're being exploited and they're being extremely controlled. So these black women that are getting murdered like this, and 90% of these relationships, they are the actual victim. They're not provoking, they're not none of that. It's given like they're kind of like submissive. It's like they're the submissive provider. Wow. They are being exploited. Wow. They could feel trapped. Y'all, this shit is sad. This shit is sad. Wow. This shit is so sad. Wow. They're being exploited. It's almost like it's almost like the best way that I could put this is, but it's like that girl that like it was this girl on TikTok where she was working two jobs, and some of these men could be like they have like criminal records, like they could be like felons or violent criminal, like they already have criminal records, or some of these men come, from prison. Now, this is channels like coming through my visions. The cards, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, ain't really telling me all that. This is what's coming through my visions, through what's coming. This is like oh wow. It's almost like two. Wow. This is really sad. This is why I do tarot. When people be like, "Oh, you need to get," no, I don't, because sometimes what you think something is or how you think it is, you could be wrong. And tarot will definitely check me. Tarot cards definitely check me when I'm wrong. Wow. This is really sad. It's almost like these women are slaves. It's like the man saying that it's like the guy saying, because the King of Swords is very observant, very smart, very tactful, very. It's like the guy seen dollar signs when he seen them. He's seen a potential. He's seen dollar signs, or he's seen that he could get some type of popularity. Y'all know that Muslim nigga, and y'all know that Muslim, that wealthy Muslim dude that is always like that is always, and be careful about men that always want to put y'all relationship on camera. Cause like there's a link there. A man that always want to put y'all relationship on social media, like on camera, on, y'all know niggas love to hide they shit for it. Niggas be so antsy to show you off to the public on video and always want to record, and that's a red flag. Hey, let's do this content together. Hey, that's a red flag. Um, wow, Nicki Minaj better be careful with that nigga she with. She better be very careful. Um, yeah, they're very, 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 very controlling. But yeah, they see these women's potential. They see dollar signs, and some of them see that they can get clout, get fame, get by being with these women, and that's why they with these women. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am stunned. Oh my God. What's another example? This is almost like Mary J. Blige with her husband. Um who else be clout chasing? P. Diddy, even though P. Diddy was paying uh Young Miami, y'all gotta keep in mind that Young Miami is also a benefit to P. Diddy. Young Miami keeps P. Diddy relevant. Keeps P. Diddy, connected to the younger generation so that he can make money off of them. So like it's not like he was providing for her and wasn't getting shit out of it. Or what P. Diddy was to Cassie. That like The only difference is P. Diddy actually has money. But these dudes, these men, are basically playing boss daddy with these women, playing king with these women, but they're using these women's money, fame, popularity, notoriety, success as their own, if that makes sense. Like, it's her money, and they're actually like, but they're controlling it like it's their money. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, one of the visions coming through is that woman that worked two jobs to take care of her man and herself, and he control all her bank accounts and gives her an allowance with her own money. These women are being abused. Wow. Wow. They're naive. Like, they're naive. Wow, they're naive. They are naive. They're naive. Like, these women could be leasing cars to these guys, giving them money. But if she ain't giving them money and she has like some type of fame, so basically, if you're a black woman with some motion, you are in danger. It don't matter who you dating. If you are a black woman with motion, if you have clout, if you have a level of success, you're highly successful, you look like big money, um, you're gorgeous, you're highly attractive, you got motion in these streets. You are the most in danger of being in ending up in an abusive relationship, a murder case, attempted murder, or physical assault. Okay, or if you have like all your ducks in a row, because the Ace of Pentacles is coming out as the overall energy in the relationship. If you have your ducks in a row, you have your job, your car, your house, like you just really have it together, you are in the most danger of being on that channel news for being killed, murdered, or your life taken away by your spouse. These women are being pimped. Or if you're a submissive provider, or you believe in being a submissive provider, you are naive, love. That's the nicest way I could put it. You are naive. If you believe in that 50-50 shit, or oh, we can build together, you are in the most danger of ending up in these type of relationships: abusive, murder cases, attempted murder, physical assault, pimps. And don't let you have a lot of kids with these motherfuckers. Entrapment. Wow. Wow. Sick. So, wow. I'm seeing right now, I can tell you right now from what I see in these cards, that being naive, assuming that a man is going to be fair and just, is your downfall. Carrying it all is your downfall. Allowing a man to pimp you is your downfall, because that's what this is. He's pimping. Page of Swords. For your energy, I really feel like this Page of Swords is his energy, but we're gonna keep going because. And the Wheel of Fortune. So somebody see you, they see a bag, they see an ATM machine, they see a come up. Like, you're basically, and it does, and also if you have income disparity. So if you make more than him, um, you're in danger. If you can no longer be controlled, or you figuring out his game, you're in danger. Okay? And that's why I stay single. So the Ace of Pentacles is here for the overall energy of the connection. So this is basically new beginnings, but like pay raise, promotion, financial. I'm telling you, it's definitely giving the energy of motherfuckers that televise their relationship, that have their relationship plastered all over social media. Like, I'm telling you, that's the energy that is given. Page of Swords is their feelings. So they're detached. Page of Swords, they're detached, they're observant, they're being strategic. Like, they don't know if they could trust you or not. And the Wheel of Fortune is your energy, okay? I mean, well, black women's energy, which is basically you feel like this person is divinely guided yours, like y'all destined to be. And then the connection is the Empress. So loving, nurturing, anything that you give the Empress, you give the Empress $10, she could turn that, it grows. She could turn that into 1,000. Okay. Very loving, nurturing, and compassionate. So basically, somebody sees with this Page of Swords energy, somebody sees, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying being compassionate, loving, a nurturer, abundant, um, and just genuinely wanting to nurture and heal people. I'm not saying or put people on. I'm not saying that you're stupid for doing that, but please be mindful of who you do that for, okay? Because not everybody has good intentions. Some people will see these traits in you, especially a narcissist will see these traits in you. Page of Swords. They're watching you. They're a monitoring spirit, and they will see these traits in you. And a narcissist, that's like a moth to a flame. Like, oh yeah, this person's a sucker. They see a sucker, not love, a sucker. Because narcissists' definition of love, when they say I love you, that mean they using you to fuck up. I'm not talking about regular men. I'm talking specifically about narcissistic like men. Their definition of love is based off how much they can use you. They don't really love you for real. Wow. And some of these guys have more, they're pimps. Some of these guys have more than one woman doing the same shit for them, running them up. It's giving submissive provider. So if you're a black woman that's a submissive provider, or you believe in this 50-50 bullshit, or you believe in this, oh yeah, let's build together, like you setting yourself up in a danger zone. Okay? Or you think it's cute, or you think it's cute for a man to like hide uh hide your makeup or shoes or whatever, cause he don't want you to go out with the homegirls and enjoy yourself. Y'all think that shit cute, and it's not. Y'all in danger. Wow. That's, if you have a social, if you have a popping social media account, y'all in danger. Okay. If you have a man that wants you to televise y'all relationship on to for content creation, you're in danger. They're opportunists. You are the most vulnerable to these type of relationships. So let's do the other 10%. Let's do the other 10%. Like, this is totally opposite from the reading, totally different energy. Totally different energy from the reading that I did on Ashley, because they did not paint her in a nice light. I'm gonna tell you that now. But 90% of black women is not like Ashley. Wow. That, when a lot of women, I don't know if y'all have ever like read or watched Pimpin' Ken's like stuff, but when a lot of women have dealt with like sexual abuse or sexual assault and stuff like that, they're not realizing that they're being pimped, or that like their pimp is actually their so-called boyfriend, lover is actually their pimp and is actually a predator. Like, they don't realize that. But Pimpin' Ken talks about this. So I don't know if there's been a lot of black women that's been sexually abused, sexually assaulted in some way, but like, that's what it's giving. We got the Six of Swords coming through for the other 10%. Um, wow, that's crazy. And we've got the Six of Cups. The Six of Swords with the Six of Cups is definitely giving like you 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 seen somebody was homeless or a straggler, and like you wanted to help them out or give them the shirt off your back. The Six of Swords with the Six of Cups energy together. Like, that's what that's giving me. Even though Six of Swords represents transitions and like a snake shedding its skin. Um, moving on to calmer waters here, healing. Um, and we got the strength. For how they're viewed. I mean, for how they view the other person is the strength here. Someone that's very confident. The world is their oyster. They're bold. They're daring. Like, they know they know they self. They someone who knows they self. And the Seven of Cups is the truth. Let's get the advice on this. I'm gonna pull some bonus cards after this, mainly for 90% of the King of Wands is the advice, and the Justice is in the reverse for the advice. Um, this one's like really like weird. Seven of Cups is the truth, so like this is someone whose head's in the clouds a lot. They're faced with a lot of indecisions, or they have a lot of options, or they have a lot of choices. King of Wands is the advice, is needing to go for it, needing to be confident. Um, and then the Justice is make sure, as the advice, the Justice in the reverse is the advice is like making sure that you're on the right side of justice here. Um, now this one is definitely giving me the energy of like a guy that like baits a woman or uses a woman to do illegal dealings, or like, oh, he's a not a bed buck, but he's a stud. Like, he has more than one bitch or a lot of bitches. The Justice energy in the reverse is, and we got the Hangman and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So the other 10% is basically where it's a man who's feeling himself. He could be like really attractive, or like really a hot commodity, or like he can have whoever he wants. And like, um, but he lies, he cheats a lot. Um, Like, for example, he could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you here, playing out on a date," and then he never show up. He had no call, no show because another bitch called and came through, and he's over there. Like, this is somebody that just has like helly hoes, like helly hoes. So likely, this other 10% is the type that would, yeah, he's very lying, deceiving. He could be like very narcissistic, but he has like a lot of women, a lot. He could have a secret family or already be married, or 10 of cups in a reverse. So basically, yeah, you aside 2 of wands. So 10% is like dealing with third parties, dealing with like the girls fighting each other over him. Um like a ride or die type of energy. Or they're doing like illegal dealings for him, or he has like a lot of women doing illegal dealings for him. These are like narcissistic men. Um, it's definitely giving double life for this other 10%. 2 of wands energy. When I see that 2 of wands energy, that's coming for the overall connection. The 2 of wands energy is definitely giving third parties. So like the other 10% that are in abusive or murderous cases or attempted murder or physical assault, um, and there's heavy infidelity here, heavy infidelity, nothing but lies, inconsistencies. Like somebody's a player. Some of these energies could also be doing like illegal activities for this guy, like a ride or die energy. Like somebody want to be a motherfucking playboy. What's Hugh Hefner? Like somebody want to be a motherfucking Hugh Hefner so bad. Like they got all these women willing to ride or die for them, or wanting to be picked, or wanting to be chosen. They ain't choosing nobody. Some of these energies could already be married, but like they could be in like this non-traditional marriage that is woo, this is a lot, baby. So they got women vying. This is a lot. This is a lot. It seemed like that Ashley girl was a rare, very rare case. Very rare case. That Ashley girl. Like this is almost, I don't know if y'all have ever heard about Derek Jackson. I'm not saying Derek Jackson is an abuser. I'm not saying that. But like the energy of these guys, it's giving Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson and what's that girl name that he was married to and people didn't even know he was married. But it's giving Derek Jackson. It's giving Derek Jackson and and I forgot her name. His ex-wife. And how he had hoes ripping and running in and out, switching spot. Like, they think they Hugh Hefner. They think they Derek Jackson type of prototype. Like everybody fighting over them. Everybody like wanting the top spot. Everybody is putting on performances to get him to pick them. Wow. And he could be the one with a lot of clout or a lot of fame already. Or his name ring bells in the streets. Wow. Wow. This person definitely basically treats women like they a hotel. Yeah, like they can have anybody they want, anyone that they want. It's definitely giving a Derek Jackson, um, and look at that temper. Or a Nelly and Ashanti situation where Ashanti is the one always compromising, always settling, and Nelly ain't never compromising. Some of these women could want to like have a baby with this person, or like they clout hungry. All this shit is like giving popularity contests, social media frenzy. Um, if your name hold weight in the streets, like having a bunch of lovers fighting over you. Like both of these, I'm just like I feel like social media is increasing people's narcissism. Cause like, or those girls where they don't want like they always talk about they don't want a relationship, but they put on their best face, their best, you know what I'm saying? Act like, oh yeah, I do this, I cook, I clean, da da da. When they see that a man got money or clout or something like that, now all these girls is fighting over one nigga, like, cause his name hold weight. They ain't really like looking at who he is on the inside, or if he even has good character. If it's like, y'all, this person could have like swag, like could dress really nice. He everywhere. Or he could have some type of rank, some type of social ranking. Like, this is crazy. So basically, the women basically is almost like groupies. In both of these situations that I noticed, like the first one, the man is the problem. And 90% of these abusive relationships with like black women, the man is the problem, not the black woman. And 10%, both of them motherfuckers is the problem. The man and the woman is the problem. Like, so, but the overwhelming 90%, like the black women are actual victims, like actual victims. And 90% of these abusive murder cases, attempted murder and physical assault. So once again, if y'all watch the very beginning of my video, y'all will see what I thought versus the cards versus spirit. Two totally different analogies. Just to show y'all, when I'm reading cards, my ego, my all that shit is out of it. Whatever the message is that spirit want me to deliver, I deliver it. And like that's it and that's all. It don't matter about my own personal grievances. It don't matter. It does not matter. I read these cards unbiasedly. That's why I'm on them more than anything. I'm not on because y'all see what I thought is totally wrong from what spirit is saying, from what the cards is saying. Totally wrong, totally opposite. Play the clip back if you don't believe me. When you travel, details matter. But these girls, like 90% of black women, it's oh my gosh, this is it's sad situation. But yeah, they're like being pimped. But they think it's their boyfriends. So I want to end this off with what is the common mishap um in all of these cases? Like what lessons, cuz like black women are the ones that end up right in the graveyard. So exactly what can black women do, or what lessons need to be learned from these situations? Like what can black women do? Like what preventative measures can black women do? Um, I before I pull the car, I personally think that black women should stay single, just stay single, or that black women should work on pointing out red flags of things that they need to avoid and stop normalizing toxic behavior, certain toxic behaviors as cute. Um, and stop being so quick to give, because that's setting you up to be used. Don't give a motherfucker something they have not earned. Like, this is my own personal opinion. I'm about to pull the cards out on it next, though. So, 131:10. What is the lesson that black women need to learn from this situation that are in these, like, abusive? Because I feel like this is a lot of black women. Like, I don't even feel like the statistics is accurate. I feel like it's way more than what the statistics say as far as black women getting abused. Let's see. And see, I definitely fit the 90 percentiles. That's why I said I'm just gonna stay single. Definitely fit the 90 percentile where there's income disparity. I manage my money better than a lot of the guys that I come across, and I manage my money, and I feel like I'm too overly generous or too overly giving or too overly gracious or too, like, I be trying to be. Yeah, I would be in that 90 percentile. I can tell you that now. But it's just better to be single. It's better to be single for me, at least, because yeah, guys see, oh my gosh, she works hard. Oh my gosh, like she looks like she's rolling in money. Oh my gosh, like pocket watching, and that be their interest in me. I be targeted for that. We got judgment and we got the devil. So it's given that a lot of black women are, with the judgment and the devil card together, it's given that a lot of black women are very codependent, or they are like they're attracted to these toxic relationships where it's very energy draining. So they may feel like that, yeah, this is obsession as well, and monitoring spirit energies. Give me more ancestor spirit guys. Ooh, just be careful what you post on social media, baby. Motherfuckers be watching, be stalking, be plotting and scheming to snuff your life out. This is crazy. And we got that Three of Cups energy. The judgment, the devil, and the Three of Cups. How I'm interpreting this is monitoring spirit, watching, lurking, and the Three of Cups energy here. Like there's like a lot of insecurities here. The devil card can like also like represent like addiction problems as well. Um the judgment, the devil with the Three of Cups is also giving me party animal too. Like, you're not stopping my fun. You're not stopping my. But it's definitely giving like a person that's a homebody being jealous of an extrovert or a person that likes to go out and socialize. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's giving that. Look at the Five of Wands energy. I just feel like if anybody is taking your high vibrational energy, if anybody is taking like, or the fact that you like to socialize, like that makes you happy, or the fact that you like to travel and shit, like somebody is just extremely codependent, extremely toxic, extremely obsessive, extremely monitoring spirit. Like, if they're triggered by some positive, some shit that should be looked at as positively, like, run, run, run. Is there evil eye involved? Because I am like picking up on evil eye, on jealousy here. Is there evil eye involved? Hold on, dear Richard Oil. Page of Cups and Queen of Wands with the Five of Wands at the back of the deck. It's definitely some passive aggressive behavior. The Queen of Wands really stands in her power. And the Page of Cups, it's like a young person and an emotional immature person, or like somebody that's not have not mastered their emotions or psychic abilities, have not mastered those things. Page of Cups also represents like a crush or admiration. Sometimes admirers need to just stay admirers. They don't need to be in your life, like personally in your life. Sometimes fans just need to stay fans. Black women. But this Queen of Wands, she's very confident. She's very. There's a lot of jealousy and evil eye as it pertains to black women. Like, people jealous or evil eyeing black women. But why, Spirit? Somebody said it in the comment section too. Like, on one of those comment sections, somebody said that so many people be jealous of black women and they be snuffing out their life, or be jealous of these black women and they be snuffing out their life. Somebody else said that. The Four of Cups energy, so, and the Lover's card. So it's just kind of like the Four of Cups and the Lover's card is definitely giving comparisons, because the Four of Cups is like refused offers, or not, like it could be like sexual jealousy, sexual competition, or jealousy about the looks, or jealousy about the sex appeal. The Lovers is here, or somebody's love life. Four of Cups could also represent like fence sitting, like not having emotion, like, or they just don't really know what they want, don't really know what they want to do. Like, it's just they don't know who they are. But it's also, Four of Cups is about a need for one to look at the silver lining. So the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords energy is some very jealousy shit. It's crazy because this remind me of this girl, and like she would hang out with this girl all the time, but always talk shit about her. And I just be like, okay, well, if you don't like her lifestyle, if you don't like the way she lived, then stop hanging with her. It's some heavy ass jealousy here. Heavy ass jealousy. Heavy ass jealousy. And the envy, evil eye, heavy. Somebody said that in the comment section too, and And I'm like, oh my gosh. Wow. That is really what it is. Wow. I've gotta I really gotta like keep in mind that my situations that I go through is rare. Like my situations is the exception to the rule. Like a lot of times it be it be the other way. My situations are rare. Very rare, very weird, very uncanny. All right, 140:47, and then I'm about to get off because I want to know why the fuck is my situations rare and uncanny? Like it's really out of the box. Like it's not common. Why is that, spirits? Why do I have a rare situation? Because this is why people totally always get the situation wrong. Let me reset this energy. So it really is them. That's the problem. Not black women. It's really them. It's the other. Wow. I'm shocked. Then I wonder how come I be getting the hostility I be getting. Like, why do I be getting the hostility I be getting from certain black women? Let's see. Can you tell me, ancestor spirit guys, why do I be getting the hostility that I be getting from certain black women? Like, it just don't be. So I got the Page of Swords, and I've got the Empress. So I'll be getting the Moon card at the back of the deck. So I'll be getting the hostility that I'll be getting from black women because of the Page of Swords, the Empress, and the Moon. So it could be definitely something about beauty, or because the Empress also represents like the soft life, or which I don't have it, so I don't understand that. Empress represents like the soft life. It represents beauty, glamour, very Venusian energy, right? Dealing with love, dealing with abundance here, a nurturer. Um, Page of Swords and the Moon energy. But I don't even always be dressed up when I like when they be giving me malice unprovoked. The moon represents things that are hidden or need to trust your intuition here. At the back of the deck with the Queen of Wands. So it's something about like my confidence, my way of dress, my makeup, like my get up, I'm the Empress. Page of Swords energy as well. So the Queen of Pentacles just popped up. That Queen of Pentacles is like my Beyonce card. Um, very abundant, very together, or appear like I'm very well put together. Page of Swords energy is also about like someone's watching or being observant or monitoring one. It's about being inquisitive and learning. Page of Swords energy. And we got the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords energy is catty energy, bully energy, abusive energy, um, somebody that wants to win at all costs. Okay, so wow. Okay, so let's see. So why is my situations rare? So like in my thing with my sister, where she was a provoker and she was like, that's rare. Why is my stuff rare? Like, so I can't even use my personal situation for because of the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So the Ten of Wands is definitely somebody that tries to carry the word on their back, like it's like burden or overburden. And then the Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords is here. The Nine of Swords energy is also about anxiety, also about stress in your head a lot, insomnia, like just carrying a lot. But then this Ace of Pentacles here is coming. So why is that Ace of Pentacles there? Why is the Ace of Pentacles there? That's the only positive card in there. Because of the King of Wands. And the Strength card. Why the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords is there then? Because this is almost like somebody's working, like working to the death of them to get to, um, like they could be hard on themselves, Nine of Swords and a perfectionist, but it's like they're working to the death of them to get to this Ace of Pentacles. The Sun energy. So the Sun is optimistic for why the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords energy is here. So these energies is very opposing. That's some opposing energy. Give me more why the Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords. Because the Sun energy is optimistic, happy-go-lucky. King, let's go. The Sun energy is optimistic, happy-go-lucky. Like their light shines really bright here. And maybe they don't recognize that or they don't realize that, or they could like undermine themselves or underbid themselves. Two of Pentacles energy is there. Like somebody is doing great, but it's like, or somebody is making progress or doing great, but it's like they're hard on themselves. The Sun with the Two of Pentacles. Um, Someone may need to think more positive or find more work-life balance. This Two of Pentacles and the Sun could be advice because it's totally opposite from the Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords energy. Like, give me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Give me more about the Ace of Pentacles. So what's triggering this, spirits? We got the Two of Wands. Yeah. What is triggering this? Like, not thinking I'm doing good or not thinking I'm good enough or not thinking triggering it. Is the Hermit. It's definitely giving like somebody that is very, very hard on themselves. In the Star card. It's like not feeling seen, but you're very, like not feeling like you're seen, but you're very seen. What caused me to not feel like I was not very seen? What's caused that? The full energy, the full card. So this is taking a leap of faith towards like new beginnings here. Travel card, taking a risk taker, beginner's luck, and the fox is there. The fox is very clever. With the ace of swords, clarity and truth here, like being able to see through things clearly. And the eight of cups. And it's crazy because like the full card, he's carrying a light bag. Like he's like he's not carrying much with him. Like he's leaving all of the baggage in the past and he's clean slating. When I see the full card, I think of a clean slate. I think of cleaning house. I think of saging. Like when I see the full card. Now you ain't gonna find that in the traditional meaning of shit, but like that's what I think of when I think of the full card. Like a fresh start, a fresh new beginning. Like you're saging your space, you're saging your area. Anything unaligned has to go. You're starting over. Like, after the tower, after the rain, there's sunshine. After the tower card, there's this full energy. Like you're lighthearted. You're not carrying a lot of baggage. You're only carrying what you need to carry and moving forward into the future with hopes, with great hopes. I'm not outside, I'm inside. So mm, Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that doesn't serve you, finding your spiritual path, finding yourself, like spiritual intervention. Eight of Cups. This is like so sad because like the energy that is given for like what triggered me to be like so hard on myself is this energy of this trauma response of um like it's sounding like it's saying my trauma response to things is, well, maybe if I could just work on myself and be better, like then I won't run into those issues, but I still be running into those issues. So it's kind of like I go inward a lot when bad situations happen. I typically blame myself, so I go inward. This kind of remind me of when it's kind of people pleasing because it's like um it kind of comes across as people pleasing because it's like, well, if I just fix this, then they won't bother me. If I just fix that, then they'll stop hating me. If I just be this way, then like I'll stop having those issues. And to still be running into those issues after you don't work, it's like the more I better myself, it does not go away. But I'm thinking that it should go away. So that's what it's giving. Wow, my mother has done a number on me. It ain't even just my mother. Like it was my school. experience and constantly being bullied, it just kind of make me more self-critical of myself. Wow. Why are people hypercritical of me? Why are people hypercritical and micromanaging of me? And I'm about to get off of here because I gotta take my son to school. King, get up! King, get up! The Empress. Because I'm the Empress. That just keeps coming up. Because I'm the Empress. It's giving the dark side of pretty. It's giving those YouTube videos that talk about all the shit that pretty women go through. Five of Pentacles. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles at the back of the deck. And this is all about, honestly, how you feel about yourself. So their energy could be how they feel about themselves. Like they could feel like they're, because Five of Pentacles is giving somebody with a scarcity mind state, outsider energy, like have really low self-esteem. And the Empress with the Queen of Pentacles upright, and then this Five of Pentacles together, like that's like very opposing energy, right? Because the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles is very content, very stable, nurturers. You get what I'm saying? Like abundance, beautiful, you know. It's just very opposite from this Five of Pentacles energy. So that tells me that Queen of Wands is at the back of the deck. It's crazy. Then the Emperor is there. So either these energies feels like they're a Mercedes Benz and I'm a Pinto, or these energies feels like they're a Pinto and I'm a Mercedes Benz. I don't. That's the best way that I could put it. Like it's one of those two energies. And we got the Queen of Swords. We damn near literally got all the queens there except for the Queen of Cups. Ain't that something? And we got the Magician here. So these energies could feel like that they can't manifest something for themselves, because I see the Magician too. It is given like projections. It is given projections or insecurities or some type of inferiority complex for why I am like criticized, hyper criticized by people or micromanaged. That Empress just loves coming out for me. That's all that I have. So I definitely need to watch more videos on the dark side of pretty. I definitely need to watch more videos of that. So that's all that I got. I will be putting the timestamps in the description box. That first one I'm gonna put as a rant, and yeah. So make sure to watch the replays on this, because I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see that when I read cards, it is not, oh, that's your opinion. Oh, that's you. No, it's not. I shared what I thought it was before I even read the cards. And then when I start reading the cards on it, notice totally two different energies. Like, the cards say what they say. It ain't about me. It ain't about my ego. It ain't about my trauma. It ain't about my triggers. It ain't about me. The cards say what they say, and I read them just as they are. You can, if you don't believe me, this video is proof of that. Because my original opinion versus what the cards say is totally different. But yeah, that's it. Deuces.